Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for having me today. I really appreciate it. First of all, I want to say, Anthony, I'm a fourth generation retailer, and I can 100% relate to everything you said there. It was a great way to encapsulate the challenges of the independent retailer. I'm co-owner of Charley Family Shop and Save. We have three stores. We have two stores in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, and one in Murraysville. The grocery industry has definitely shaped my family story in America. Our story is the definition of the American dream. My great grandfather came to America from Syria in 1900 when he was 16 years old and didn't speak English, didn't speak a word of English. He started selling fruit off the back of his bike. Eventually grew that into getting a truck, and then from that he grew into a warehouse where he serviced Western Pennsylvania. Grocery retail clearly in my DNA. I've been doing it since I was 12 years old. Worked through high school and college, worked in grocery my whole life. Left the industry for a couple of years to get some experience outside of my area, my market, but the industry kept calling me back. At its core, grocery retail is a community-centered problem-solving job, and that is what I love to do. And independent retailers across the board don't shy away from these problems. This is kind of what we do, right? We take on problems, we take on challenges, specifically around the community. But I do want to address what we've all been kind of talking about today is this challenge of consolidation and abuse of power from these big box retailers and these large organizations. There is a few enormous dominant retailers using their powers to get around the rules that are designed to protect us. Like we heard earlier, Walmart's a great example. They've gotten so big that they can dictate terms to suppliers. Those terms include lower prices, better package deals, and exclusive products that I can't go to my supplier and say, hey, I want to buy this item because I saw it at Walmart. Even if I'm willing to pay more, they won't give it to me because they're considered a different channel of trade, which doesn't make any sense at all because their customers are literally shopping 4 feet away from my store, like right across the road, right? They're in the same neighborhood, shopping in the store for similar products, the same exact concept. But since they have this channel of trade, it circumvents the discrimination that would be traditionally looked at as antitrust. It creates economic discrimination, and it's honestly kind of absurd. I've been doing this for profession as a leader in my organization for 10 years, and this has been my number one frustration of things that I can't control in my organizations. Why is it that there is a different channel of trade for these competitors? Now, I work with one of the largest wholesalers in the entire country, and we still can't touch their prices that Walmart secures for itself. At this very moment, last week, I went to Walmart just because I knew this was going on and I knew I was going to be talking. I was like, I'm going to go check some prices at Walmart. And I took 30 items, random, completely random. And 10 of those 30 items, their retail price to consumers was below the cost that we paid before we paid fees from our wholesaler. And you might say, well, they're more efficient. But whenever we look at our wholesaler, we are dealing with the largest wholesaler in the entire country, $20 billion in sales last year. How is it that Walmart is that much more efficient than our wholesaler? The answer is they're not, right? They're leveraging the power that they have over these suppliers. Now, the question is, here's the result. Rather than competing, these massive players shut down competition by demanding lower prices without justifying this efficiency, right? They're not justifying that they're more efficient. They just can't. And they're creating this exclusive supply channel that only they have access to. We really need a level playing field. 30 years ago, in my market, it was all independent retailers. That's all you saw. 15 years ago, there were probably 5 or 6. Now there's one, me. Only independent retailer really left in my community of size. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, but if I look down the road another 30 years, it's not getting any easier with the rules the way they set up are right now. And also, when you think about consumer welfare, you can't just assume that consolidation automatically creates better service for those consumers. The opposite can be true also. Customers also value quality and choice. Our stores, personally, we have expert butchers who know every single cut of meat in the entire store, and they have extremely high quality standards. We don't sell ground meat that is more than a day outside of grinding. So if we grind the meat and it's 24 hours later, it's off the shelf if it doesn't sell. Walmart, on the other hand, has no skilled butchers in the entire organization, and their ground meat they get 20-day shelf life on it. If we continue to let companies like Walmart set the rules and avoid competition, that's literally what the market's going to be. It's going to be 3-week-old meat. It's going to be cookie cutter, big box stores with fewer fresh and local options. And if consumer welfare is something that we're really concerned with, we have to do something about this. I truly appreciate your time. And Anthony, again, I know what you're living, man. I live it every day. And I just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Next, we'll go to Greg.